Good afternoon, everyone. So before starting today's session, we will wait for a few more minutes. Let everyone else also join. After that, we will start with today. Thank you. A very good afternoon, everyone. So today we will start with the final day of FDP session, that is recent research trend on NextGen AI. So today we have with us Dr. Chinmay Ghorai sir. He will be introducing us with our recent research trends in AI. So let's have a brief introduction about him. Dr. Chinmay Ghorai is an assistant professor in the Department of Electronics and Telecommunication Engineering at Jadavpur University, Kolkata. He earned his PhD from the Indian Institute of Engineering Sciences and Technology IIEST Shivpur in 2020. His research focuses on intelligent transportation system, Internet of Things, and electric vehicles. Dr. Ghurai has actively contributed to academic and professional communities, serving as a member of several committees within the department, including the Board of Studies, NBA, NAC, and PhD committees. He is also the faculty advisor of IEEE ComSoc student chapter and has been involved in various student induction and examination committees. His ongoing research project on real-time rail track safety monitoring system using multimodal data integration of LiDAR and thermal imaging is funded by the Prime Minister's Early Career Research Grant Scheme. In addition to his teaching and research roles, Dr. Ghurai has been an invited speaker at numerous national and international platforms, including faculty development programs and technical webinars. His recent work has also led to several patents and publication in high-impact journals and conferences. I welcome you, sir. You can please start with our today's session. Over to you, sir.
Thank you so much for this nice introduction, madam. Thank you, and thank you for inviting me in this FTP on recent research trend on next gen AI. Thank you, Virup sir and Orpon Udhikari sir from Department of CSE-AIML for inviting me. So let me share my screen. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir, you
thank
are.
you. So So the title of today's talk is about generative AI, right? So if you so today I will give you very basic introduction of generative AI, And if you're interested, then I will go for the second part, that is the patent procedure for filing or for up to granting the patent procedure in India only. So all of you have very good knowledge about AI, right? What is AI? And then the subset of AI, like supervised learning, unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. Nowadays, we are come up with generative AI, that is called the LLM, large language models, right? So all of you know what is supervised learning. I'm not going into details. That is the labeling things, labeling data, and based on the labels, it will classify your data, right? And the unsupervised learning, reinforcement learning. So today mostly we talk about the generative AI, but it actually the baseline, or you may say the thing actually comes from the supervised learning itself only. The supervised learning, the labeling things. Okay, so as you see over here, so this is a input A and the output B. So based on the labels, it will come up with the output. Here is some example of supervised learning where you can see that one is spam filtering, online advertising, self-driving car. So in spam filtering, what we did? So so we feed the email, so it will detect either it will be spam or not. It will be 0 or 1, like that. If it is in case of self-driving car, so if we take images and radar info for getting the position of the other cars or other vehicles, right? If you take the another example like reputation monitoring of a restaurant, then it will review the reviewer or the customer's review, and it will come up with a result, the sentiment of the customers, either positive or negative, right? So this is the few examples of supervised learning. Okay, so if we see this graph, this trend from 10 to 20, so the amount are getting very large day by day. Okay, so small AI models cannot perform well performed, as you see over here. For that, what we need? We need a large AI models, right? So we come with generative AI or large language models, LLMs. So the basic thing what LLM did is very basic thing, that is text generation process. So this is my prompt. This is the prompt is I love eating. So the output may be the following. It may be the following: bagels with cream cheese. It may be I love eating my mother's meatloaf, or I love eating out with friends. Right. So there is three options, or not only three, more than three options may be there. So what actually LLM did, we learn one by one. So already I have talked about the supervised learning, that is A to B, right? So sorry, A to B to repeatedly predict the next word. So the full sentence is my favorite food is a bagel with cream cheese, but it divides it various data points. So A input A is a data point. My favorite food is A. If it is the data input or data point, the output will be bagel only. If the input is my favorite food is a bagel, then the output will be wheat. If it is up to wheat, then the output will be the cream. If my favorite food is a bagel with cream, then the output will be the cheese. So from a single sentence, it will break the sentence and take several inputs or several data points. As you see, when you train a very large AI systems on a lot of data, that is hundreds of billions of words, we get a LLM like ChatGPT. So, so if we see, we're using ChatGPT in regular life, all of us using, not only the teachers, the students, anyone, the businessman, anyone is using these things, the ChatGPT. So day by day, it will collect data from us and it will gather the data and label those data using the supervised learning only and give us the better output, right? If you start using the ChatGPT 6 months back, it will give you the result. And Today, if you search the same thing in the ChatGPT, you get the better result because we are providing the data to the ChatGPT, and based on the any large language, not only the ChatGPT, any large language models, and based on that input, it will label those data and provide us the better result, right? If we do some prompt like what is the capital of South Africa, we may get three capital cities like administrative capital, another one is legislative capital, another one is judicial capital, like that. Now, if we prompt like this, what does LLM stands for? It will directly show you the result like legum magister in Latin. Actually, it is a Latin word. If we translate in English, it will be master of laws, right? So actually, LLM, I'm talking about the large language model, but it will give us the result like master of laws in English, right? So for what we have to do, we have to put more prompt. Like what about in the context of AI, in the context of artificial intelligence? Then only we can get the desired result. That means in the context of AI, LLM refers to the large language model, what we actually need. This is another example of LLM is writing partner. So nowadays it is so popular for this writing partner. One of the best use of these LLMs is writing partner. So rewrite this for clarity, right? So this is one sentence you have written over there in the prompt in the ChatGPT or Gemini or Perplexity. Then it will give you the result in a better understand way. Like students worldwide understand that learning extends beyond school and continues throughout life. So if you write the right side prompt, write a 300-word story involving trucks for a 3-year-old to encourage them to brush their teeth. So is there any meaning? Write a 300-word story involving trucks is there for a 3-year-old boy or girl to encourage them to brush their teeth. So this is terrific. So it will generate something, but it is not related or not intended to, right? So it is like once upon a time in a town called Toothville, there lived a happy tow truck named Timmy. One day, Timmy noticed that his shiny bumper had a dull spot. Worried, he went to the doctor. I'm talking about the toothbrush, and he is actually the he not actually the LLM is doing the wrong thing, and it will give us the output like this. Another example maybe sometimes we did. What should I do to treat a sprained ankle? Then it will give you the result like I am not a doctor, but if you believe you have a sprained ankle, then the following general steps are followed, like rest, avoid putting weight on the injured ankle, or apply ice wrapped in clothes to injured area. Not I suggest all of you not do these things for medical use. Not using, don't use this type of LLMs. Just go for any particular article that actually describe those things, or a diagnosis center. Now here is a very simple example of web search or using an LLM. Just I am searching in the web that pineapple pie recipe. So it will come up with 100 or more than 100 recipes with their videos as well. So it is very easy. If you do the same thing in ChatGPT, give me a pineapple pie recipe, then you get one of them, or the mixed of one mixed result, like the ingredients, how to make all these things you get. But if you search for in internet coffee infused pineapple pie. Coffee infused. Just I added coffee infused. Then you may not get any result. Right? Pineapple pie recipe is there, but coffee infused pineapple pie is not there. So for that is you search for LLM, and that LLM give you some suggestions how you can prepare the pineapple pie recipe, infused coffee infused pineapple pie recipe. So actually, what I'm trying to say is that similar to electricity, AI is useful for many tasks. Already, I have told you some applications like spam filtering, reputation monitoring, and all. Now, some examples also of tasks LLMs can carry out. One is writing, another is reading, another is chatting. So you can build web application, LLM based web applications for your university, for your college, or for your company. Like suggest three names for our new analytics platform. So it will give you three ideas. Like, is there any parking for staff? So you have to build for that particular. Is there any parking for staff? So staff means it will ask for any company or any institutions, right? So for that particular institution, so LLM have no idea about your institutions, about your company. So for that, you have to build one applications, LLM based applications, where actually you have to feed all the data, all the policies, company policies, all the institutional policies will be there. So based on the policies, it will search for the policy and come up with the result that yes, employee can park on the levels 1 and 2 of the official spot, all these things. As well as you can build applications, LLM based applications for reading customer review. Like, I love my new llama t-shirt, the fabric is so soft. So it will segregate the result. It is not the complaint, it is for the department, apparel department. It is not for the complaint department, it is for the apparel department. Not this is not actually the complaint. It will automatically give you the result if you build an LLM based applications. Another example is that I wore my llama t-shirt to a friend's wedding, and now they are mad at me for stealing the show. Is this a complaint? It is showing that yes, it is a complaint, and department is appeal. Is it so? We have to refine it later on. You can build the chatbot, right? You can build the chatbot for a particular operation or for a general purpose applications. So two things is there. One is web-based interface application like ChatGPT, Bard, Gemini. All these things are web-based applications. And another one is software-based applications like email routing, document search within a particular institute, within a particular company. So for that you have to build a software-based application rather than web-based interface applications like ChatGPT or Bard like thing. So the first applications I'm talking about the writing. So all of us have some knowledge about what is Gen AI and how it is working on. So now onwards, I am trying to give you some brief knowledge of what it can do for us. One is writing, like basic examples, brainstorm 5 creative names for peanut butter cookies. So it will come up with the 5 names. Then brainstorm 5 ideas for increasing cookie sales in quarter 4. So if you give it will give you some suggestions. The 5 suggestions are there. So it will deploy the sales strategy. You can deploy in your applications for developing the strategy how actually you can increase the cookie sale. Now here is a simple example. Write a press release announcing the hire of a new chief operations officer. Then it will come up with this one. So company name it is blank, then welcome, then the new then CEO full name it is also blank, then as the COO, then the other thing like city, state, date, this is all missing. The company name is also missing. Then the followed the things. So this actually do the very basic thing. So nothing is there. Why? Because you have not provided anything. Just write a press release announcing the hire of a new CEO. It is not the enough prompt, right? So you have to take care about the prompt. Like you have to improve your prompt, like COO bio. What is the biography of that person? The company info. Then only it can generate for you the press release. Right? General Robotics welcome. This is the company name. This is the person name, then the chief operation officers, then followed by his profile and the company profile, and go. Okay. So you have to improve your prompt so that you have the desired or the actual results what we are trying for. One very simple example sometimes we did. So one thing is writing. So in writing, there may be we can use for translations. So this is just one help desk. There is one translation unit is there. You can phrase the formal Hindi, so it will give you some results like that. You may from this the formal spoken English, sorry, formal spoken Hindi, then it will regenerate the text in Hindi in formal spoken way. You can have the pirate English as well. So lots of translation jobs you can do using the LLMs, and we did. Now coming to the another part, that is the reading. So it only not only it can write, it can also read also from any document or anything. Right? So mostly what we did as a researcher, or you may say as academicians, we use the ChatGPT for proofreading. Right? So we have proofread the following text intended for a website selling children's stuffed toys for spelling and grammatical errors, and rewrite it with correctness. So so most of us are not from English medium background. So we use this in our daily life proofreading. So we did regular basis. Mostly we did for our research papers. So automatically it will correct the spelling, the grammatical errors, and rewrite it with the correctness. That is the main thing. I write to wash in the machine. So it may be replaced by machine washable, right? It will sounds good. So another example is for reading is summarizing an article. So so you have one paper, so it may be 20 pages. So you feed that paper into the GPT, into the LLMs, and if you have the prompt that summarize the following paper in 300 words or fewer. So it will give you the result accordingly. So this is one web-based LLM applications summarizing an article. So this is one scenario where actually the call center scenario, as you see, there are lots of maybe 10 to 100 or more than 100 call center guys are there. They're taking the phone calls from the customers, and whatever the conversation may be, it will be that from speech to text will be converted. Okay, and I am the manager, so I have to read all the text, and then I have to follow up all these things. So if you think of a small call center where actually 50 call center guys are there for taking the call, and if one guy is taking 100 calls a day, so think how many calls will be there, and finally as a manager, how much amount of data I have text I have to read. So this is terrific. This is not possible for me within a day to compile all the jobs, all the text to read. Right? So for that, what we can do? We can use the summarizing the conversations using the LLMs. we should feed that whatever it is there already. We have convert this speech or voice to the text. We fed the text in the LLMs, and LLM give you the briefing, the summarizing. Like MK401227KX was reported as a broken by customer. Customer identity is 5402. Cable identified as problem and replacement issued. It is very simple. Now, so for that, what you have to do? So you have to build one applications, LLM based applications. The LLM based applications have all the input, your company policies, the data, the facility, the documentation, all the documentation actually for your particular organizations. You have to feed them into the LLMs, into your LLM based applications. So whatever it is there in the conversations, the text of the conversations, it will fade into that applications what you have to build. And finally in the customer end, easily it can be identified that this is the customer ID, and what is the summary, what is the problem of the customer, right? So it will be very easy for a manager to manage these 1,000 text jobs to read all these things. It will be come up with a very briefing of the whole scenario, what is going on. Now another example is customer email analysis. So I love my new Llama t-shirt. The same example. The fabric is so soft. This is a complaint? No. This is a department. Department, which department is for? This intended the text. This is for the apparel department. So you have developed one LLM based applications. So it will be very easy to develop this type of applications for your company, and automatically it will review the customer email and it will analyze the email. It will come up with the result. If it is complaint, then it will directly go to the complaint section. If it is for another department, it will move to that department. You can route those mail to that department, as well as you can revert the mail based on the comments. It can revert the mail from that particular department only. It is a complaint, so if it is a complaint, then it will go to the complaint department, and from the complaint department it will revert to the customers what should be taken care of, right? So you can build your own LLM based applications for customer email analysis. Now coming to more detailing. So indicate which department to route the following email. So state the task you want the model to carry out. What do you want? You have to say. So this is the include the emails to analyze. This is the original email message, email body, and this is the indicate which department to route the email. This is the state of the task. Now the model responds with a generic answer. Department is complaints. Is it so? No. So what you have to do, you have to provide more information, more prompt you have to add. Like provide this one. Choose the department from the following list only: apparel, electronics, home appliances, like that. So provide the choices for the model. So you have to provide this in your LLM based applications or web based applications. You have to put these inputs. Now you may provide the email and it will come up with the result. The model responds with an answer from the list only. So it is apparel department. Another example is you have to build one dashboard for track customer sentiment over time, right? So we are getting we are providing our the input that it is good, that the food is very good, the food is very bad, or the food is just okay, like thing. So if you build one applications, it will collect the data, whatever it is there in the input from the customers. It will review in regular in regular, not only regular basis, it will review on time. And if you see that the graph is falling, that means something is there. For that reasons, actually, customer sentiments are going to from positive to negative. So you have to find out what may be the reason. For getting the reasons, also you can add some points in your applications. If something is changing, you have to put those changes. If you change some pattern in your company, in your institutions, then you have to update those input in your developed applications, so that it not only detects the graph, it also give you the suggestions where is the fault, right? So one is writing, next one is reading, now the chatting, the chatbot. So this is very a simple customer service chatbot. Welcome to Vita Burgers. I would like to order something. Anything else? That's fine. And okay, it will be there in 20 minutes. Anyway. So this is very simple customer service chatbot. So so nowadays, what we did, we come up with a specialized like, trip planner. So it will give you some suggestions based on the trips only. Career coach will be there, recipe ideas will be there. So it will be specific, specifies or specialized or specific chatbots you may build. So another thing is that you may build a chatbot for IT services like my login is CG and I need to reset my account password. So it will give you the results here. I just text you a code. What code did you get? So you have to then again input what you have received in your mail or your mobile. Then it will be verified automatically using the chatbot, right? You can build this type of chatbot for password authentications. Now, the rise of chatbots in customer services, sometimes they do the negative results. Suppose in the previous, in the early days, actually, before the LLMs, humans only do the whole thing. Already, I have give you the examples of a restaurant. Now, what you did, we fully depend on chatbot, right? So, so my question is, if we fully depend on chatbot, my company will be get benefited or not? So if we fully depend on chatbots and if it is not fully implemented or full version is implemented, then my company may be in loss. Why? Because sometimes you have not provide the all the inputs what actually it required for segregating, for supervised learning. We come up with the original what actually the result should be. It may not. So chatbots only is not the right choice for nowadays. Right? So for that, what we can do, we can add human in the loop. The second picture, the human in the loop. What supports human, and final decision will be taken by the human only. Right? So bot triggers for human. So something refund request is there. So bot is directly saying that yes, it is you may refund. Suggest for return refund to the company, but actually it should be no. Right? For taking all these things that, so you have built one applications, LLM based applications, and you are taking the inputs from the customers, and the chatbots are automatically give us the output to that customer only. So sometimes it may be vulnerable for the company. So for that, what we did nowadays, this is human in the loop. So you have to provide some humans in the loop. Maybe instead of 100 call center guys, you may put 10 or 15 call center guys in the loop, so that it will be verified finally before sending the customer the result. it will be a human in the loop. Now, what is the advice for deploying chatbots? So starting with an internal facing chatbot. So this is basically for internal use. So suppose you are developing one chatbot for HIT people only, for HIT staffs. One chatbot for HIT staff, one chatbot for HIT students. So work with staff to access behavior of chatbot, avoid public mistakes. Then deploy with human in the loop to check for mistakes. Definitely they will do some mistakes. So for that, what we did, we have to provide some human in the loop. Otherwise, it will not be corrected, right? Then only after deemed safe, allow bot to communicate directly with customers. Or in case of HIT, it may be the students or the parents, right? So, so you may develop chatbots within a day. It's very easy to develop. So for developing a chatbot, also you can use LLM, right? So we do. So and deploy that into the in open. So it may give some mistakes, and finally HIT's reputation will go. So for that, what you have to do, you have to check for mistakes. For that, you have to deploy some humans. They are actually the masters in the loop to check the mistakes, and after getting all the mistakes over, then only you can go for the use for the directly for the customers or students or the parents. So already I have talked about these things. I am not again discuss these things. So based on your applications, you may develop web-based LLM applications, LLM-based software application, LLM-based software, LLM-based reading material, reading applications, LLM-based chatting applications. So that depends. Now, what prompting an LLM can do? Now, my question is, can a fresh college grad follow the instructions in the prompt to complete the task? Can they determine if an email is a complaint? Can they determine if a review is positive or negative? So one guy is joined after grad to your institutions, and you have given the task that can you determine if an email is a complaint? Can the determine if a review is positive or negative? So read the following email and determine whether it is a constant or a complaint. So I love my new llama t-shirt. The fabric is so soft. Complaint? No. Read the following review and classify it as having either a positive or negative sentiment. The food was amazing, and serves were so friendly. So this is a positive review. Now, if we come up with the same example, the press release announcing the hire of a new CEO. So for a fresh graduate, it will give you the result like this, as we do in case of LLMs. We search for LLM in the ChatGPT or Google Gemini, write a press release announcing the hire of a new CEO. It will come up with the result same like one fresh college grad too, right? So for that, what you have to do, you have to give more prompt, more instructions, right? So already I have told you these things. Now, for clarity, assume no access to the internet or other resources, no training specific to your company or business, no memory of previous tasks completed. You get a different fresh college grad every time. So then what prompting an LLM can do? Definitely it will give you not the desired result. Like here is an example. What was the highest grossing film of 2022? As of January 2000, it will result that come up with the result as of January 22. I don't have data on the highest grossing movie for that year, though we know this is Avatar, right? So it has no knowledge. So it is trained beyond the limit. So it is beyond the January 2022. So it has no information about the recent events. So it fails. The same thing will happen for the just graduate student. Another example is that you may say that claims of room temperatures superconductor LK99. So you just prompt, tell me about LK99, the claimed room temperature superconductor. As of my, so it will be just reviewed your prompt and it will come up with the result that as of my last update in January 22, there is not a material specifically known as LK99 that is identified as a room temperature superconductor. So this is actually the knowledge cutoffs. So in LLM, this is the knowledge cutoffs. So this is actually it's just undergrad student. So they have no informations about all these things. They have specific informations up to some date. Right? It is invented before after that. So it has no trace about LK99. That's why it's come up with the result like this. Another thing is that so I have give some prompt like give me 3 quotes that Shakespeare wrote about Beyonce. So it will come up with 3 results. I search for the same thing in the internet. Nothing is there. So how the LLM come up with this result? This is actually called the hallucination. So sometimes knowledge cutoff, sometimes hallucinations are there in LLMs. So you have to take care of all these things. This is another example. List 2 court cases tried in the California about AI. So it will come up with 2 results. Waymo versus Uber, that is one case, that is real. And the next one is hallucinations. Nothing is there. These hallucinations of ChatGPT or the uh, AI. So one lawyer, this is actually posted in New York Times paper that for one lawyer use the chat gpt for providing the evidence or some law related documents to the court and it is identified that it is generated by AI and finally he get punished. So hallucinations have had serious consequences like that. So you have to take care of these hallucinations. Now, another thing is the length. Length is limited. Nowadays, up to date, the length is very limited. So you fed a book of LLM. This may be 500 pages long. So it is, and you just give him the give the prompt to the LLM that please summarize the book into 300 words. So it is not possible for that LLM to do the job. So for that, what we did, so there is a way. What we did, summarize the following pages into 300 words or fewer, up to 1 to 10 pages. Please summarize this. Then 10 to 20 pages. Summarize this. You have to mention the page, right? Then only you can get the results. So you can break the whole thing into several parts and feed it to the LLMs, and LLM do the job efficiently, right? So the length is limited. So many LLMs can accept a prompt of up to only a few thousand words. The total amount of words context you can give it is limited. Some LLMs have longer context, uh, 1 lakh words up to 1 lakh words maximum. So an LLM context length is calculated by the input plus output size, not only the input. Input plus output is calculated for the length. So this is one well-structured tabular data. So if you feed this data, so and if you asking for a size like I would like to buy a flat of 2,000 square feet. So get me the price. Sometimes it may give you the good result. Sometimes it may fails because mostly it is not well worked till date in structured tabular data. So basically, it will more accurate for unstructured data, right? Like this writing and reading or chatbot type things. Now, coming to another thing like knowledge cutoff, like hallucinations, now the bias and toxicity. An LLM can reflect the biases that exist in the text it learned from. Like, complete this sentence. The sergeant walked to the parking lot and took out. Took out what? It may complete like his car key. Or the right one, the nurse walked to the parking lot and took out her phone. So you are assuming the surgeon is his. That means he is a male and the nurse is female. You are assuming, right? So the lady surgeon may not be there. Definitely there. So bias may be there. So you have to take care whenever you build one applications, LLM based applications or LLM based softwares. So you have to take care these things, bias, and sometimes you may get some toxic or harmful speech, harmful effect will be there, harmful outputs from LLM. So now I come up with another thing that is the tips for prompting. So my tips is be detailed and specific, guide the model to think through its answer, experiment and iterate the same thing. Like, give sufficient context for aliens to complete the task. Like, help me write an email asking to be assigned to the legal documents project. Assigned to the legal documents project, I am asking for. So I am applying for a job on the legal documents project, which will check the legal documents using LLMs. I have ample experience prompting LLMs to generate accurate text in a professional tone. Rather, if we give more details, like write a paragraph of text explaining why my background makes me a strong candidate to this project and advocate for my candidacy, then only it will give you the better result. So be detailed and specific. Now come up with one another example, funny example, like brainstorm 5 names for a new cat toy. So come up with so three prompt will be there. First one is come up with 5 fun, joyful words that relate to cats. Second prompt will be for each word come up with a rhyming name for a toy. Third one is for each toy name, add a fun and relevant emoji. So it will come up like this. First one is very simple name, then it come up with the rhyming words, pour tour and whisper, like that. And finally, it will come up with some emoji as well. So the no perfect prompt for every person or situation. Instead, better to develop process for improving prompts through iterations. So it is not possible to give the LLM in one go the particular prompt, right? So better first write the basic prompt. Tell me write this, right? Then correct. Then the next prompt it will give some output. Then you may give correct any grammatical and spelling error in this. Then you can again have some output. Then with that output, you may put another prompt that is correct my grammatical and spelling errors in this and rewrite in a tone appropriate for a professional resume. Then only you may get the appropriate results. So it is not possible to come up with the final or the best uh, prompt. So better prompt one by one. So the main thing is you have some idea, you write some prompt, and LLM gives some response. So in the first response, it it will not be the expected output. So you have to refine your ideas sometimes. Sometimes you have to improve your prompt so that LLM response will be get better, right? So be clear and specific in prompt. Think about why result is not giving desired output. Refine your prompt and repeat those things for better result, right? Now coming to the image generations. So some image generations and we regular basis we do these things and post it in Facebook or LinkedIn, right? a picture of a woman smiling. So she never exists. So we just generate some images, a futuristic city scenes, a cool and happy robot. So picture generations or image generations are there. Now I have one image of Apple and I have added some noise. So it come up with image 2. I have again uh, put some more noise. It will come up with image 3 and finally image 4. So nothing is there. So totally other some diffusion model. We have to use some diffusion model for this. So, so the noisy image is my input. The output will be the less noisy image. If it is image 2, it will come up with image 1. If it is image 3, it come up with image 2. If it is image 4, it will come up with image 3. So better result. So what we did, so this is the image of with full noise. We fed it into the LLMs, and it will give you the result. So it cannot be identified what is this. So for that, what we did, we again feed the output B to now this is the output A, and feed to the LLMs, and it will come up with the result with a better result. Again, we did the same thing, and finally we come up the better result, right? So this generations the diffusion model. So you have to provide some diffusions models to refine your image to get the original image. Typically for this diffusion model, 100 steps are there, right? Now, not only we are providing the image, along with the image, we are providing some text, right? Red apple, right? So image 2 along with the red apple prompt. Then only if you may get the image 1, that is the original apple. You may add text like this is the image and you have the added text like green banana. So it will come up with this result. Then this, and finally the image for the original image of banana, green banana. So not only the image, you may add some prompt over there for the best result. And the next part is using generative AI in software applications. Already I have talked about these things. I am not repeating these things. One is applications for your company. Another one is reading the customer sentiment, using the developing the chatbot. So what you did? So far what we did. So already I have told you this is supervised learning in the backend, right? So this is one applications of student reputation monitoring where we are getting the input from the customers. There is very few, 3 responses are there, and it will by the human, it will get the output like positive, positive, or the negative review. So what we did? So we have the label data, 100 or thousands of data are there. We have the get the label data, then train the AI model on that data. So based on the data, it will give you the desired results. And finally, you may deploy those things, whatever you have developed in the web, like Amazon Cloud or Microsoft Azure. So, so for this, you have to have thousands of inputs, and you have to label those data first. This is a tedious job. Then you have to develop your trained AI model on that data, and you have to refine those models. Then, if it is fully implemented, then you may go for deployment. Right? Otherwise, it will give you the negative result. So, what you did in case of LLM? So, first thing is your prompt. So, in prompt, 2 things is there. One is instruction text, another one is review text. Instruction is classify the following review as having either a positive or negative sentiment. And you have the review text, the banana pudding was really tasty. Then you have to call the LLM by this command, response equal to LLM response prompt, right? And print the response. Okay. If you see the workflow using generative AI, In supervised learning, for get level data minimum, it will take 1 month. For training the AI model and defining your model, it will take 3 months. And deploy and run the model fully, it will take another 3 months. It will take 7 months at least. But in case of prompt-based AI, so you have to specify the prompts. So it will take minutes or maximum the hours. And for after finding tuning and all those things, it will be deployed within an hour or a day. So though it is there in the backend as supervised learning, so in prompt-based AI, what it did, we have to specify the prompts, right? More deeply, more concisely, more specifically, so that it will act positively, right? And saves our time. So the life cycle, if you see, of generative AI project, so this is the scope of the project. You have to identify the student reputations, sorry. Then build the improve your systems. You have built one applications, LM applications, and then internal evaluations. You have to put one internal evaluations. You have to put some human in the loop, right? It will classify, yes, the prompt is okay. We may not refine the prompt. Yes, no, no, the prompt is not okay. So we have to refine the prompt like things in internal evaluations. If it is negative, then you have to improve or build your systems. Then finally, you have to deploy and monitor. Again, monitoring is required. So till now, we have to monitor whatever we have built and put it into the waves. So this may be positive. Actually, it may be negative. So you have to think of and get back to internal evaluations and get back to your previous your system. So you have to change your applications, change the prompt, so that it will act good or act positively. So what you have to do, you have idea, you have written the prompt, you have some response. Again, in the empirical way, experimental process, you have to find what is the mistake. You have to fix those mistakes and again go for the prompt. Then again, LLM will give you the desired result. So prompting is another one issue. Another issue is that you have to add external data sources for your better findings. For that, you have to have the knowledge of retrieval augmented generation, that is RAG. You have to add external text, external data source, that is RAG. Another one is you have to fine tune your models, adapt LLMs to your task. Then you have to pre-train models, 10 LLMs from scratch. So all these things you have to do to build your systems fully proof. So this is one scope of the project. This is a burger image, take food order, build the system and internal evaluation, let them order. I would like a mushroom and Swiss burger. I am sorry, we don't have mushrooms. How about onions? So this is incorrect response. I don't have the mushrooms, but I can have another thing. So do you have a just like that? Do you have a pickles? Yes. You would like to add some. Another thing is that after deployment, there may be some fault. Let the customers orders and monitor LLM response. How many calories in this cheeseburger? Nowadays, we are very health conscious. So we do eat this junk food, but we have to know this how much calorie it generates. Directly, it will say, "I'm sorry, I don't know," because in your system, whatever you have built, there is no option for this type of question like how many calories in this cheeseburger, right? So for that, you have to change the internal evaluation. After internal evaluation, finally you have to change the system what you have built, and then it will come up with the result 375 calories, right? Another important thing is how much it will cost. So we're using LLM, we're using free LLM, sometimes we're using paid LLMs. So why paid, why not paid, why free? All these things are there. So for each and every type of LLMs in market, it has some cost. Input tokens and output cost. Input cost and output cost is there. So what is token? So based on the token, 1,000 tokens, the input tokens, OpenAI like ChatGPT 3.5 will take $0.0015, right? The example Baban, this is the one token. Like translate, trans is one token, late is another token. So it will two tokens. So the words are broken into tokens. So one tokens mean 3 or 4 words. So it will act like that. So if you have a question like that, typical adult reading speed is 250 words per minute. How much it would cost to keep someone occupied for 1 hour? So you have to calculate actually how much it will take for the LLMs, right? Now the RAG, the retrieval augmented generations. That means you have to add more text. Right, the general chatbot, already I have give you the example, is there parking for the employees. So it will give you the result like I need more specific information about your workplace to answer that questions. But if we use the RAG, retrieval augmented generations, is the parking for employee? Yes, employees can park on levels 1 and 2 of the office lot. You can get a sticker at Ato. That means already you fed the LLMs the whole of company policies, company documentations over there. And from that document, it will retrieve the data and give you the actual result. So there is on that examples. There is a lots of company documents may be there, that may be benefits, that may be leave policy, that may be facilities, that may be payrolls. So we take the facilities for this type of question like, is there parking for employees? So it will go with the parking policies and come up with the result, right? Linked to the full overboarding policy. Yes, employee can park on it. Simple. So example of RAG applications like chat with PDF files. So in the PDF files like Panda Chat, Chat PDF, Ask Your PDF, lots of PDFs are there in the online. So you can upload your PDF there, and you can ask questions from the PDF only. As well as you may have this type of website articles from where you can directly chat on that website, right? As well as we have new form of web search engine that also use the LLMs, right? Like nowadays you are using a simple thing. You are just open the Google and search what is LLM. So first page, first thing will be there in your eyes. First few lines will be there from the LLM output. Then only then go for the other websites output is there. So like u.com, like Google, Microsoft, Bing, Chat. So these are the things. So my what so what is LLM? So we have talked about a little bit the very brief knowledge about LLM. So LLM have a lot of general knowledge, but they don't know everything. It is not possible. They don't have everything. By providing relevant context in the prompt, we ask an LLM to read a piece of text and then process it to get an answer. So we have to provide some relevant context. So we're using is as a reasoning engine to process information rather than using it as a source of information. This is not a source of information. So you can use LLM as a reasoning engine, right? So this all about generative AI. So if you have any questions, you may ask, and if you are interested, then I will go for the next part, that is the patent registration process in India, right? So if you have any questions, please. And if you are interested for the next part, I will get back to that portion only if you are interested. And if you are not, then we may conclude over here. If you have any questions from generative AI, and if you so you may ask for.
Sir, I would like to interrupt.
Yes, I'm not getting you.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
madam.
Am I audible now, sir?
Yes, yes, yes.
Sir, I will request you to please continue with the session. I think at the end of the session, we will take on the question and answer round. So please
Okay,
continue with
okay,
your content, sir.
okay. So,
Okay, thank you, sir.
okay, thank you. So, what is the next portion is the procedure for patent registrations in India. So, 5 years back, in India, is suffering for patent, because whenever India is try to uh, get some build something, so it has to pay to the other country like China, USA, to get the loyalties there. And most of the times actually we faces this issue. So government of India then forcing not only the academician, the other companies to go for patent, for Indian patent, not for the uh, other country patent, right? So lots of revenues are going to outside for this type of incidents. So what is patent? If you see, so it is your intellectual property for 20 years. So no one else can manufacture the product whatever you have developed. Someone can pay you royalties, and then that person or that company can build that product, manufacture that product, and you can block the competitors as well. So 3 reasons. So it will be the property for you for 20 years. After 20 years, it will come to the public domain. So anyone can develop that device. So, so three things are there. One is inventions. So means a new product or process involving an inventive step and capable of industrial applications. So first of all, you have to have the inventions, the new product or process. It may be a process, it may be a product, tangible product, an inventive step, and capable of industrial applications. So three things are basic criteria for patentability. First one is novelty. There should have some novelty, some non-obviousness, and finally the industrial application. This is the basic three criteria based on which your invention got accepted by government of India. So new inventive step and industrial applications, I'm not going into details all these things, all of you know. Now I come up with something that after filing your patent will go for examinations, and it will give you some feedback or some report. Lots of clauses are patent clauses are there. Lots of laws or patent clauses are there. 3 A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P. So lots of complications are there, like our law. This is the patent law. So mostly what we suffer from as a computer science background guy or electronics guy, this is the 3K. What it does, it says a mathematical or business method or a computer program per se or algorithms are not patentable. So suppose you have built uh, one waste monitoring device, waste monitoring Internet of Things or IoT enabled waste monitoring device. So you have put one camera You have put there one microcontroller unit. It may be Raspberry Pi, it may be Arduino, it may be Jetson Nano, based on your uh, applications. You have chosen one microcontroller, and you have write some code over there. That actually helps you to identify whatever it is input from the camera. It will collect the images from the camera, Pi camera or any type of camera, and fed to in your systems. And from the systems, it will give you the correct result, whether it is biodegradable waste or the non-biodegradable waste. And in the biodegradable, there are several types. In non-biodegradable, there are several types. It will detect that also. You have developed those devices and filed patent. After a few months, the first examination report will come up with you that under 3K, your patent is not acceptable by the patent office. Why? Because you have put one computer program over there to run your systems. So that means programs means definitely there is some mathematics. For developing the program, you have to have some algorithms. So this is not patentable. But you have developed a device at your own. So you have to answer in such a way that yes, we have developed the hardware that is unique, not only in India, it is unique all over the world. And for running those hardware things, hardware developed hardwares, we have to put some computer programs or mathematical equations or algorithms. Then only your patent got accepted, because you go to Chandni, you have buy one email, you get one computer or computer or a laptop. So due to fund issue, you may not buy any operating systems. Is it possible for you to run the computer? Not. So you have to buy, or you have to manage somehow from where somewhere one operating system to run your computer. So to run the hardware, you have to have one computer program. So you have to convince them with your reply that we have built the device that is unique. To run the device, we have built the computer program. Then only it will be accepted. So lots of clauses are there. Mostly as a computer guy, electronics guy, we faces the 3K issue. That's why I explain over here the 3K. So be curious. So process of patenting, but do not disclose your invention to anyone. Keep a bound notebook to prove when you got the idea. Develop the idea and produce a model. Write why your invention is needed, what is existing products are in the market, your new product, what is unique about your product. So definitely some products will be there related to your work. So you have to first search for Google patent over there with your keywords. If it is there, so you have to rethink. If it is not there, you may develop this product, your uniqueness, and finally file the patent. So before 2007, you have to file offline in physical mode. Now on 2000 onward, 2007 onwards, you may file it online, right? So depends on your territory. You have to choose your office. If it is judicial, sorry, territorial jurisdictions is over there. So based on your jurisdictions, you have to choose your office. Right? It may be Chennai, it may be Mumbai, it may be Delhi, and the rest of the part is handled by the Kolkata office. The headquarters is in Kolkata. So few steps are there. First is filing of applications to the patent office. then filing request for examinations, then filing publications, early publications. Then you have to file examinations. In examination, there are two types. I will get back to you later on. Then pre-granting opposition. So before grant, some companies or some individuals may give you the objections that already we have developed that product. It may happen. Then grant of patent. Then you may faces the post-grant oppositions as well. So what is the procedure? First, conceptualization of an invention, then filing applications. Filing is two types. One is complete specification, another one is provisional specification. Right? If you have built the full uh, version of your thing, then automatically you may go for complete specifications. So publications will be done according to your file, that is filing of request for early publications from 9. So it will publicly available after filing the early publications. Then you have to file request for examinations. So request for examination, there is two types of forms are available. One is from 18, another one is from 18A. 18 is a general form. It will take more time to examination your patent. And another one is your 18A that will expedite your examinations, but the cost is double. And for get that benefit of expedite examinations using Form 18, either you have to file that patent, the applicant should be your institutions or company, and or if you are individuals, one of the individual applicant must be female candidate, right? So you have filed those requests for examinations. So it will come up with some early examinations, first examinations report. There you definitely face 3K, whatever I have told you, and other issues will be there. If you're using machine learning algorithms, definitely there will be some points. So 5 or 6 months back, government of India just approved you can use machine learning for developing your product. Before that, we can't. Right. So another thing is that you cannot put mathematical equations over there. So in mathematics is not patentable in India. Other country they have the options, but in India you cannot write anything any equations, mathematical equations over there in your patent applications. So if your first revision report is issued, so you have to reply the first revision report. For that you have to have 6 months. They will give you, the patent controller will give you 6 months. Within 6 months they give you some objections that this patent is infringed with the other patent or other conference paper, other journal papers, other reports, scientific reports. It is collide with them. So for that, objection is raised by the controller. So you have to file the reply within 6 months. Right? You have filed the reply, and then again it will go for re-examinations by the patent controller. Patent controller review those things, and if it is okay, if he thinks that yes, all the objections are met, then automatically it will be rejected. If not, it will be if it is accepted, it will be granted. If not, that person is not satisfied, then it will be rejected or call for hearing. Right? The whole process is look like this. Is call for hearing. You may attend hearing offline mode or you may attend hearing online mode. So hearing is same thing as you see in the court. So there is in this case in patent hearing there is two persons. One is applicant or applicants, more than one applicant, and another one and the other part is the controller. So so controller will ask you some questions regarding your inventions, and you have to have the answers all the questions so that you can have the knowledge what you have developed. And after the conversations, it will take maximum 30 minutes for the online conversations. Okay, so it will come up with and in 30 after 30 it will be and within 30 minutes it will be ended, the explanations and all these things, the hearing. And after hearing you may have you may get maximum 15 days. So within 15 days you have to write the written submissions, whatever you have explained over there in webex portal. So you have to write them, right? And again you have to upload those things, upload your comments, whatever the uh, examiner or the patent controller give you, based on you have some explanation that yes, some definitely you have some product will be there in the market in the world, but you have some differentiations, right? You have to provide those things, and you have to justify that your invention is better than the others in some respect, right? And you have uploaded in written submissions that yes, uh, I have the explanation like this. And again it go for examinations, and if it feels, if the patent controller feels that yes, now it is okay, so it will be granted. If it is not, then again it will come for second round hearing. In one case, in one of my case, it goes to 3 round hearing. Okay, so you may face the same issue, and as well as I may have directly I have filed patent. It will come up with some first examination report. I again file the report reply, and directly it will be accepted. It will be granted. Okay, so there is no hearing. So nowadays, what we are facing at least one hearing, and maximum up to I have experience up to 3 hearing. So this is the whole scenario how we can get patent. So these are the few examples, a few invented patent device we have invented in our lab, and it is during my PhD years. We have developed one water quality monitoring device for normal for municipality, means for municipality KMC, and another device for the same device for mining area. We have another patent for forwarding vehicles node, most forwarding selecting vehicle nodes for multi-hub routing in urban planets. And we have developed one device for real-time portable low-power secure health condition monitoring. It is granted in 2024. Another one device for also it is for also for mines. It is also for mines project. Yeah, what air quality monitoring for automatic sprinkler systems. And another device is portable real-time haze and rain removal devices for enhanced video surveillance for our CCTV cameras. And this is another device we have developed for weed detection and removal rover for precision agricultures. And another device for autonomous beach cleanups. So far, we have developed 18 such things, and among them, 8 are granted, and rest are in different phases. Some are in filing stage, some are in first examinations report. We have to file the reply. Some are in the hearing stage. Some are waiting for the final result, granting or rejections. So this all about the patents and all. So if you have any questions, you may ask for now. Okay.
Thank you so much, sir, for this amazing session. Now, I would
Thank you.
like to ask the audience if they have any doubts or they have any queries related to what sir has done. You can ask.
Okay. There is no questions. So I think it is very simple talk. All of them easily understand all these things. So if you have any questions later on comes into your mind, definitely you can mail me. So you can find my mail ID over the website. So you can go there. You can WhatsApp me. My number is also there available. Okay. So if you want this PPT, I will get back to you. If you, I will share those PPTs with you. Okay. So I am present. Stop presenting over here. So once again, thank you so much for inviting me in this FDP. Thank you, CSE-AIML
Thank you
HIT.
so much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Thank you all for listening. Thank you. So
Thank you,
mainly,
sir. Sir, please, no, sir. Please wait for a few seconds.
okay, okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you, sir, for this amazing session. We would like to honor you with this small token of appreciation from our side to you. It is a certificate of keynote speaker. This certificate is proudly presented to Dr. Chinmoy Ghorai. Sir, in recognition of your outstanding contribution as a keynote speaker at FDP on recent research trends on NextGen AI, organized by the Department of CSE, AI&ML, Haldia Institute of Technology on September 22nd, 2025. Your expertise and dedication to the field have greatly enriched the experience of all the attendees and helped to make this event a success. Thank you so much, sir, for this amazing session.
okay.
Thank you for
Thank
sharing your
you.
knowledge with us and giving your precious time to us. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you all. Bye.
Yes, yes. As we come to the conclusion of this wonderful FTP, I take this opportunity to extend my heartfelt gratitude to all who make these days truly enriching. First and foremost, a sincere thanks to our respected resource persons for sharing their valuable knowledge and insights throughout this FTP. My gratitude also goes to all the participants for your active engagement and meaningful contributions, which made every session more interactive and fruitful. A special note of thanks to our organizing team, our organizing chair, Dr. Vitesh Chakravarti sir, and our conveners. Uh, One we have with us is Mr. Abhirup Parya sir from AIML department, and the other convener we have is Mr. Arpan Adhikari sir with us from the AIML department only. Now, to carry on this moment, I feel honored to invite our respected convener, Mr. Arpan Adhikari sir, to kindly address the gathering with his concluding remarks. Sir, please continue.
Good evening, everyone present here. So, on the behalf of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning, Haldia Institute of Technology, it is my privilege and honor to deliver the concluding remarks for this one-week faculty development program on recent research trends on next-gen AI. Over the past week, from 15th September to till today, we have had the opportunity to engage with eminent academicians and researchers who share their knowledge on the cutting-edge technologies and cutting-edge areas of artificial intelligence, generative AI, and the emerging frontiers. The sessions have not only expanded our understanding, but also inspired us to explore new direction in our teaching, research, and innovation. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to our chief patron, Dr. Lakshman Chandra Seth B. Leek, sir, our respected patrons, Mr. Shantan Seth, Mr. Ashish Lahiri, and the members of our advisory committee, Professor Dr. Torun Kantijana, Principal, Dr. Anjan Mishra, Registrar General, Dr. Devashish Das, Manager Administration, Mr. Sudipta Kumar Basu, Finance Manager, Professor Dr. Shubhankar Joardar, Dean SECI, Professor Dr. Dilip De, Coordinator IQAC, Haldia Institute of Technology, whose guidance and encouragement made this FDP possible. A special word of appreciation goes to our organizing chair, Professor Dr. Videsh Chakravarti, head of CSE-AIML HIT, for his constant support and leadership. I sincerely thank our distinguished speakers, Professor Dr. Shanti Prasad Maiti, Dr. Ruchira Nashkar, Dr. Ashish Bera, Dr. Arif Ahmed, and Dr. Chinmay Godai for enlightening us with their experience and thought-provoking discussions. Their contributions have greatly enriched this FDP. I also wish to acknowledge the tireless effort to my co-convener, Mr. Abhirup Paria, and the entire organizing committee members whose teamwork ensured the seamless execution of this program. Most importantly, I extend my gratitude to all the participants for your enthusiastic involvement and meaningful interaction throughout the sessions. And your presence and engagement gave a true value for this FDP. As we conclude, let us carry forward to the insight gained here for fostering innovations, collaboration, and the impactful research in the domain of next-gen AI. I'm confident that this FDP has shown seeds for many new ideas, partnerships, and contribution to the academic and research community. With this, I officially declare that the faculty development program on recent research trends on NextGen AI successfully concluded here. Thank you once again for participating here and wish you all the best for your future. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words. Now, with this, we officially bring our faculty development program to a close. A heartfelt thanks once again to all the speakers, participants, and the organizing team for making this FTP a grand success. Wishing you all a very best, and we look forward to meeting again in future endeavors. Thank you and have a wonderful day. As we conclude this, I would like to inform you all that we have published the feedback link and the attendance link in the chat box of this Gmeet today. And also, please remember that today we will conduct an exam, FGP assessment exam from 6 p.m. That will be active till 6 p.m. to 11 p.m. So kindly do fill that up and use the same mail ID that you have used for FGP registration as well. Thank you all, and thank you for all being a kind participants and engaging in with our speakers as well. Thank you. Signing off.